Welcome to Echoes of Enlightenment, where we talk about spirituality, life lessons, and overall self-development. Today's episode, we'll be doing a thought experiment on the parallels of our current reality and virtual reality. Today I wanted to do a thought experiment on virtual reality. I thought this would be interesting to talk about because a lot of us are waiting on virtual reality to get even better to where you can almost not even tell the difference between our current reality and the reality that you experience with your virtual reality headset. And just for the people that don't know what virtual reality is, virtual reality pretty much just mimics what life is, but just through another perspective and through like a headset. That's what we have right now. But what I was thinking is we already know exactly what the best virtual reality is. We already know what the best virtual reality is like. We've seen it already. Because when you put on a virtual reality headset or a VR headset, you're like, oh man, this is so immersive. I thought I was there, but I could kind of tell that it wasn't real because when I looked down, I could kind of see some of the daylight from up under the headset. So it kind of brought me out of the virtual reality. But, it was pretty good and I could kind of see this and that. But, it's getting better. I can't wait to see what it looks like when it's perfected. But the thing is, we already know what it looks like when it's perfected. The reason why we know is because our life that we live every single day is the perfection of the virtual reality. Because what we're comparing the virtual reality to is our life. That's how we know that it's not up to standard yet, because we're comparing it to the life that we live every day, or the perception of our life as we live it now. But what I realize is what we're looking for in the virtual reality is a change of environment, because us living our life now is just like a virtual reality. It's the best virtual reality. I mean, we're immersed in the world. But the difference is we're only on one level. We're only on level one. We're on Earth. Or it doesn't have to be level one, but it's just level Earth. We're playing Earth. So by us making a virtual reality headset that mimics exactly our life that we're living, we just want to be able to change our environment. We want to be able to like fly in like fighter jets, stuff that we can't normally experience on the Earth level. Because the Earth level is everything that we see right now is what we have, but we don't have access to all that stuff. We don't have access to be able to, fly in jets. I mean, some people do, and submarines, and experience what it would be like to like walk with, the dinosaurs and all these different things. So what we're trying to do by making virtual reality as real as possible, try to make it as real as our normal life, it's almost like a cheat code for us to experience a different level of life without having to do it in our real life. Like if you have, just say you have like unlimited amount of money, you could probably rent somebody to take you on a fighter jet so you can experience that in our real life. And that's what we're trying to do in virtual reality, make the virtual reality as real as possible to where we can feel like we're doing that in real life without doing it in real life, because a lot of these things are hard to obtain in real life, in our current life. But if you have unlimited amount of money, that's almost like a virtual reality, because you can experience a lot of different things that seems like a fantasy to most people that they could probably only experience in virtual reality. Like maybe driving like a Ferrari or something, driving like a F1 car. You get to do that without doing it in our current reality. But if you have access in our current reality, then there's your virtual reality right there. But as far as wondering what the ultimate virtual reality would be, just open your eyes and walk around. We're living it right now. Go on some adventures. Go do some things that you could afford to do, or just regular things outside. Because if you look at it like that, you get to experience it. Go pick up a rock off the ground and look at it. That's what virtual, like if you had the headset on, if you were in virtual reality and you went out and you were wandering around in a world of virtual reality that looks just like ours, but you have the headset on and there's a screen, but it's just you're super immersed in it. You would do normal things and freak out about it. You would pick up a rock and look at it in virtual reality and be like, this rock looks so real. Or look at that bird. That bird looks so, you would be freaking out in virtual reality. But when we see the exact same stuff in our real life, we act like it's not amazing. But if we see that exact same stuff when we put a headset on, now we're freaked out and can't believe what we're seeing. So instead of just waiting for them to develop the best virtual reality so you can experience that, just realize you're actually experiencing that every day of your life. So just walk outside or just look around, and this is exactly what the best virtual reality looks like. But I'm going to end this right here. Until next time.